Rifleman. Starring Chuck Connors.
Flower seeds. Now just imagine that. Seeds for flowers.
My compliments, ma'am. Just a little introductory gift.
Oh, it's been a long time since we've seen flowers. Mort's gonna be purely surprised.
Your husband away, ma'am?
Been branding calves. Been up at Red Hawk Creek for 3 days now.
Well, you must get lonesome some of the time.
Oh, I guess. About the last thing a body'd expect. Flower seeds.
Nothing prettier than flowers at the door, I always say. Except perhaps the flower that blooms inside.
Now, don't.
Now, if you're lonesome, ma'am.
Now, you stay clear of me.
Now, you be honest with me, ma'am. Do you find me entirely unattractive?
Mort!
Now, don't scream, ma'am.
Mort!
Howdy.
Hello.
Well, freshly churned butter. Well, I haven't seen that in 2, maybe 3 years.
Well, it's close to done. You'd be welcome, mister.
I'm thankful, my boy. Jason Gowdy's my name.
I'm Mark McCain.
How do you do? Tell me, is the master of the house around?
Well, now, that all depends on which one you want.
Which one?
Pa and me, we're kind of partners.
Oh, I see. And your mom?
They're just the two of us. Something I can do for you?
No. But, there's something I can do for you. I can make you rich.
Rich?
Richer than your wildest dreams. Keep churning, boy.
Yes?
Wealth that no one can take away from you. Riches that you'll never lose. Wealth of the spirit, my boy. Riches of the mind.
Books.
Well, now, you're just looking at the cover now, boy.
Well, I wasn't figuring on buying any books.
Well, I wasn't figuring to sell you any books either. I was just offering you a chance to share in the greatest adventure since the history of time. To stand on courage and walk with the beauties of the earth. A great beauty like Helen of Troy. A face that launched 1,000 ships. A beauty that started a war.
War?
Oh, yeah. Keep churning, boy. By the way, is your pa coming back soon?
Oh, he just went over to Mrs. Seaver's place. You were saying about a war?
Yeah, the Trojan War. Now.
Well, Cora, could stand some more nails.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lucas. That's the last one. Haven't been to town for so long.
Well, I think it'll hold. Trick is to set these rails on the inside of the post. That way she can't push them out.
I know what I would have done if you hadn't come by. Sarah's been pure mean since she had a litter.
Well, they get that way. When's Ben coming home, Cora? Get any word?
Yesterday. He said his ma can't last a week. Then as soon as the burying's over, be good to have Ben back home again.
Must get lonesome for you.
Well, it wouldn't be so bad till I have some fresh reading. Been 4 or 5 times through everything we got. Lucas, what this town needs is a library.
Well, I'll take it up with the marshal, Cora.
Cora,
Hello, Marshal.
went by your place a while ago, Lucas. Mark said you were here.
You're a long way out of town, Micah.
Something wrong?
Not here exactly, up in Willoughby.
Willoughby?
Now, I didn't come out here to upset you, Cora. It's just that, well, an ounce of prevention, as they say. Ben being away and all.
What about Willoughby, Micah?
I got this circular in the mail. Seemed like some woman up there last week. Chances are it was local, a killing like that.
Like what?
Well, somebody must have known her husband was away. When he come home, he found her. Her neck was broken.
They got any notion who did it?
All they got is a packet of seeds.
Seeds?
On the floor where she dropped them.
Kind of late to be putting in vegetables.
Weren't vegetables. These were flower seeds. You could stay in town.
I want to be here when Ben gets back.
Well, I see no real reason to scare. Just stay close to the house as much as you can. Keep the door bolted.
I will. She just had a litter.
Sounds just mean enough to be people.
Well, I could have used some help setting up that fence. Next time, get here a little sooner.
Next time, bring Mark.
Well, I'd have brought him this time. He's working.
Oh?
How about a cold drink?
No, thanks. I've got to get back to town.
I'll have that cold drink, Cora.
Here's some more bread and butter.
Oh, thank you, Mark.
You can finish the story now.
All right. Then they made a very strategic move. The Greeks decided to pretend that the siege was over. They marched away, leaving in front of the gates a big wooden horse. Now, the Trojans up on the walls, they looked down on that horse and they was wondering full of curiosity. Then I guess you know what happened.
No, sir.
Oh, they made their move. They opened the gates, out came the Trojans, in came the horse, inside the walls. And there it stood until dark.
Until dark.
Mm-hmm. And then very slowly, the horse's wooden belly opened up, and silently the Greeks climbed down. Well, that was the end of the course, you know. They hurried over to the gates, opened them up, and there was the Greek army, ready and waiting. They surprised the Trojans that day. Troy fell like an overripe plum.
And it's all in there.
Oh, sure, no. Well, just one of these books, you see. There's a volume of 14. Full Morocco, embossed in real gold.
I guess you'd have to ask Paul.
Well, now, wait a minute. Aren't you a full partner?
Oh, well, I'm more or less the working partner. Paul's the spending partner, you might say.
Oh?
I figured he'd be back from the Seaver's place by now.
How far is it?
Just a couple of miles, on the way to town. You turn south at the stand of Big Oaks. But didn't you stop by there on your way out?
The Seaver Ranch, let me see. No, I don't recall. Think they'd like a set of books?
Well, sure. Paul says Miss Cora's a real smart woman. Says she's got a feeling for books, too. Except her spending partner's gone.
Her husband?
Yeah, went up to Santa Fe to visit his ailing mother. That's why Paul went over to see if he could help.
Well, that's very nice of your pa, taking care of an old woman like that.
Oh, she's not old. She's young. And pretty, too. Everybody says she's pretty.
Well, time is a jealous mistress, my boy. Won't even wait for your pa. I've got to be on my way.
Oh, he should be here any second.
Say, you know I haven't thanked you? Hold on to this. For your hospitality? Here. Take a pic.
What are they?
Seeds.
Seeds?
Flower seeds. Open them up.
Flower seeds.
Now, you plant those, boy. There's nothing as pretty as flowers by the door. Howdy. Jason Gowdy's my name.
I'm Lucas McCain, Mr. Gotti.
Oh, the spending partner.
For what?
Well, I just had a long talk with your boy, who refers to himself as your working partner.
Oh, I see.
He's a fine boy, Mr. McCain. Imaginative, highly sensitive. As a matter of fact, he showed a profound interest in this book. It's one of a volume of 14 in Boston gold, full Morocco, and only $5 down. He thought you might...
He'd never read him, Mr. Gotti.
You sure, Mr. McCain? When I told him one of the stories from this book, he was so absorbed I couldn't believe it.
Listening's one thing and reading's another. No, we have 10 other places we could put that money now. Maybe next year.
Maybe next year. Pleasure, Mr. McCain.
Good day, sir.
Good day. Oh, Miss McCain. Am I heading toward North Fork?
Stay right on this road.
Thank you.
Mark! Mark! Son? Yeah, I thought you'd be watching for your spending partner.
Oh, you talked to Mr. Gowdy?
That's right, I met him on the road.
And the books?
Oh, I can't, son. Right now, the spending partner's not spending. And it looks to me like the working partner isn't working.
Oh, well, I made the butter. I was just putting the churn away.
Oh, good. The saddle, you fixed the cinch on it yet?
I'm going to.
You better get to it, Mark. Someday you're gonna find yourself flying.
I will, as soon as I get these seeds put in.
Did you say seeds?
Yep. Mr. Gowdy gave them to me. Said they'd look nice by the door.
Mark, you know where he's going from here?
No, except maybe to Miss Cora's.
Cora Seaver's place? Why?
Well, to sell her some books, I guess. You know how she's always talking about books. Of course, I told him it wouldn't be much use. I told him Ben Seavers wasn't home.
Mark, now you listen to me. It's important. You ride into town and give this to Micah. You tell him what you just told me and say I'll meet him at the Seavers place. You got that?
Oh, sure.
All right, now hurry.
Is something wrong with Mr.
I'm not
Gowdy?
sure. You hurry.
You saying Lucas McCain sent you here?
That's right, ma'am. And Mark, too, of course. They both have a great respect for your love of learning. Here, you can take a look at it. I'll wait outside if you wish.
Well, if Lucas sent you over... You better put your horse out of the sun, mister.
Well, that's mighty kind of you, ma'am. Maybe you'd like to talk it over with your husband.
Well, he isn't here.
Oh, that's right. They told me. He's in Santa Fe. Well, you must get awful lonesome out here all by yourself. Of course, not too lonesome. What with a neighbor like Mr. McCain.
Get out of here.
No offense meant, ma'am. All I was trying to tell you was how beautiful I think you are. Now, don't you think that one flattery deserves another?
It's Lucas McCain.
You just tell him to come in. Come in.
Come in, Lucas. And then he just grabbed his book and run. Like the devil was at his heels.
Well, it might be.
There's something you know about this book fella, Lucas?
Just that he lied his way in and tried to manhandle you, Cora.
The swelling going down?
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, I think I'll cold the water up. Lucas, what made you come back here?
I got worried about the sow. What's that?
That fella must have dropped it. Lucas. Lucas. What? You knew about this all the
I
time.
didn't see any use to scare you, Cora.
But Lucas, he could have killed me. I could be dead.
Do no more killing. When Micah gets you, we'll run him down.
Micah.
Mark, we need to get him. Cora, don't fret. Why don't we have some coffee? Coffee.
Oh, sure.
You take a fall, boy?
Didn't have time to fix the cinch. Paul said that
Paul said what? What did he say, boy? Or was this just between partners? You can tell me, boy. Where you going? Now, Mark, I asked you a question. Where you going?
into town.
What for?
No reason. I'm just going into town, that's all.
Well, it's awful late, an awful lot of chores to do around the farm. You said you didn't even have time to fix that saddle. Now, Mark, I want you to tell me the truth. Why are you going into town? Because your father asked you to? Because he went somewhere else? Mark, why'd your father ride back to the Seaver Ranch? You must have some idea.
No,
Well, so that's it. Still, it'd have to be your word against mine. You'd have to prove that I gave you this. But if they couldn't find it, I mean, if it was gone, the whole pouch... Pouch. I left it. It's back there.
won't do no good to hold me back. Paul come looking and he'll find me. He can track an ant through a cornfield. He'll come looking, Mr. Gowdy.
I imagine he will.
Well, she's hungry. That's when she's the meanest.
Sometimes they'll kill their whole litter. I better feed her.
Well, I mostly hold off till dark. Then she don't wake me in the night. It'll be dark soon.
A little while yet.
Micah should have been here by now, shouldn't he?
He'll be here.
Lucas, maybe something's happened to the boy.
Nothing's happened to the boy.
You got my word, Mark. You won't be harmed if you just do as I tell you. I know you're disappointed in me, boy. But life's full of disappointments. You're sure you can manage up there with your hands tied?
I can manage.
Whoa! Don't you try that again, you hear? In fact, don't you try anything. I know this is uncomfortable, boy, but I gotta protect you against yourself. Now, I'll leave you for a while.
Lucas, you gotta go. You got no choice. Now stop thinking about me. I'll be all right.
Now, look, Cora, it bothers me
Look,
leaving
that
you.
fella ain't coming back. He ain't no fool. Come on.
Cora, will you ride in with me?
I didn't hold you back, Lucas. Now, don't you worry about me. I'll be all right.
Don't you open that door for anybody.
I won't. You find the boy. You find him.
Now, I don't want anything from you, Cora. I just want that leather pouch. How is it in the house? Or did McCain take it with him?
Just a minute, son.
He's down at the cabin, Pa.
Look, Mark, get yourself loose and wait here for me.
You know, Cora, you're a very foolish girl. You shouldn't be frightened of me. Why should any woman fear a man? It's so ridiculously easy to make him a slave. Lovely girl like you.
What are you doing, son?
Well, I'm planting these flower seeds.
Oh. Are they the ones that Mr. Gowdy gave you?
Yep. I won't plant them if you don't want me to.
No, Mark, you go ahead and plant them. If I was to tell you no, it'd be like blaming the flower seeds for what Mr. Gowdy did. As long as they're taken care of, they'll grow tall and beautiful, just like they were intended.
Yes, Pa.